Welcome to my channel. Value Old Coins Today videos is one you won't miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The Elizabeth II, Australia. 5-cent coin from 2014 holds a significant position within the long tradition of Australian decimal coinage, representing not only a practical medium of everyday exchange but also a tangible reflection of national identity, wildlife heritage, and monarchical continuity. Though a modest denomination, this coin carries with it the echoes of Australia's historical move to decimal currency, its enduring portrayal of native fauna, and a mature sovereign's dignified effigy, all encapsulated in a small coupe disc that has remained virtually unchanged in form for over 5 decades. The 2014 dated 5-cent piece continues this legacy, serving as a humble yet important component of Australia's circulating currency and a collectible piece for both modern coin enthusiasts and those dedicated to numismatic portrait series collections. Story of the Australian 5-cent coin began on the 14th of February 1966, when the nation officially transitioned from the imperial currency system of pounds, shillings, and pence to a decimal system based on dollars and cents. The 5-cent denomination was introduced as the decimal successor to the old sixpence, retaining the exact physical specifications of its predecessor to ease public acceptance and minimize the complexities of currency conversion. Since its inception, the 5-cent coin has preserved a consistent design, the reverse depiction of the short-beaked echidna tachyglossus aculeatus by renowned goldsmith and artist Stuart Devlin, and on the obverse successive portraits of Queen Elizabeth II as Australia's constitutional monarch. While the coin has never undergone a change in reverse imagery, its obverse has seen 4 official effigies of Queen Elizabeth II over the decades. By 2014, the coin bore the 4th portrait, that of Ian Rank Broadley, introduced in 1999, which would remain in use until 2019, but 2014 issue exists within a period of stable political, economic, and social conditions in Australia, with no special commemorative variants produced for the 5-cent denomination that year, making it a standard but no less culturally meaningful circulating issue. The obverse of the 2014 Australia 5-cent coin features the distinguished 4th portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by British sculptor Ian Rank Broadley, FRBS, introduced to Australian coinage in 1999. This effigy was widely praised for its naturalistic and realistic depiction of the Queen, eschewing the idealized representations of earlier portraits, in favor of a mature, stately, and honest image. In this design, the Queen is shown facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of the most famous and frequently depicted pieces of royal jewelry. The portrait carefully renders her facial features, hair, and ceremonial attire with remarkable attention to detail, capturing both her advancing age and enduring dignity as monarch. Encircling the portrait along the coin's outer edge is the legend, Elizabeth to Australia 201, for this text is finely infused, positioned symmetrically along the perimeter. The year of issue, 2014, appears below the Queen's effigy. The obverse design remains consistent in both circulating and collector strikes of the year, with clear, cleanly executed relief and sharp definition, especially noticeable in uncirculated and mint state examples. The reverse of the 2014 5-cent coin continues the classic echidna design, created by Stuart Devlin, first issued in 1966 and retained without change ever since. The short-beaked echidna, one of only 2 surviving monotremes, egg-laying mammals, native to Australia, remains an enduring symbol of the nation's unique and often eccentric wildlife. The design portrays the echidna in a curled, defensive posture with its sharp spines radiating outward like a halo of protection. Its tiny, rounded snout and beady eyes emerge from this spiny covering, while its powerful front claws are visible beneath its head. The stylized symmetrical composition balances naturalism with artistic abstraction. Prominently positioned beneath the echidna's face is the denomination 5, rendered in a clean sans serif. No other inscriptions appear on the reverse, emphasizing the centrality of the visual motif over textual elements and ensuring instant recognizability. This iconic depiction is beloved by collectors and the public alike, both for its distinctive appearance and for representing one of Australia's most intriguing native species. Attribute details country Australia denomination 5. Since year of issue 2014, obverse designer Ian Rank Broadley, reverse designer Stuart, composition 75% copper, 25% nickel cupronickel diameter, 19.41 thickness, 1.30 weight, 2.8 3 grams, edge plain mint, Royal Australian Mint, Canberra for the year 2014. The total number of 5-cent coins produced for general circulation by the Royal Australian Mint was approximately 73,448,000 pieces. While not among the lowest mintages for this denomination, it represents a fairly typical output within the early 21st century average production range for the 5-cent piece. Aside from standard circulation strikes, a limited quantity of proof and uncirculated versions were struck for inclusion in annual collector sets, produced to the Royal Australian Mint's exacting standards, featuring superior finishes, mirror-like fields, and frosted designs. No special commemorative, privy-marked or variant issues of the 5 cents denomination were released in 2014, making this a standard issue year coin. In the contemporary numismatic market, the 2014 5 cents coin is generally considered a common circulation issue. In circulated condition, its value remains at its face value, 5 cents a U. However, uncirculated UNC and Mint State MS examples, particularly those graded at MS 65 or above, are sought after by collectors assembling complete date runs, decimal coin collections, or effigy series. Proof versions, released in annual collector proof sets, are of particular interest for their superior strike quality, flawless surfaces, and mirror-like finishes. These examples can command higher premiums, typically ranging between $8 to $15 for individual coins extracted from sets, with full sets themselves valued higher. Although modest in monetary value, the 2014 5 cents coin holds significant cultural symbolism as part of Australia's long-standing commitment to featuring native fauna on its circulating coinage. The persistent presence of the echidna motif for over 5 decades speaks to the national appreciation for unique biodiversity and the desire to preserve visual traditions within the nation's currency system. Moreover, the rank portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse connects this coin to a specific era of Australian royal history, during which the Queen remained a prominent figure of state amid a modernizing Commonwealth. This effigy is historically notable for portraying the monarch with an unidealized realism, emphasizing human dignity and longevity. For numismatists, the 2014 issue contributes to the continuity of effigy and date sequence collections, as well as representing a segment of 21st century Australian monetary history. Its unbroken production since 1966, unchanged design, and consistent physical specifications make it a uniquely stable and collectible series within the broader scope of Australian coinage. In summation, the Elizabeth II Australia 5 cents coin from 2014 may be a small, unassuming circulating piece, but it embodies a rich tapestry of historical continuity, wildlife representation, monarchical heritage, and cultural symbolism. Its timeless Devlin, echidna reverse, enduring rank, broadly obverse, and familiar specifications mark it as an integral component of both the nation's everyday commerce and its numismatic heritage. For collectors, it offers a tangible link to a well-defined period of Australian history, while for the broader public, it remains a simple yet cherished token of national identity, a testament to the enduring value of coins as both practical tools and cultural artifacts. The Elizabeth II Australia 5 cents, 2003 coin is a fascinating modern numismatic artifact that embodies the continuing legacy of Australia's decimal coinage system. Inaugurated in 1966, even though it's a small denomination and commonly circulating piece, the 5 cents coin carries with it a rich tapestry of history, design continuity, and numismatic intrigue, particularly for collectors who pay attention to subtle variations, mintages, and historical significance. The 2003 dated 5 cents coin represents one of the continuous yearly issues that has largely retained its original design since the decimal changeover, but also fits into the wider narrative of Australia's early 21st century coinage program, marked by modest fluctuations in mintage numbers, international political stability, and a reigning monarch's enduring portrait gracing the obverse. Australia converted to decimal currency on the 14th of February 1966, abandoning the pre-decimal pound, shilling, and pence system. The introduction of new decimal coin denominations, including the 5 cents, was a significant national event aimed at simplifying financial transactions and modernizing the country's economic infrastructure. The 5 cents coin was introduced as the decimal equivalent of the old sixpence and retained the same dimensions and weight. This decision was made in part to ease public transition, and thus, the coin's physical specifications have remained unchanged since its inception. The coin's obverse has consistently featured the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, with periodic updates reflecting different official portraits during her reign. By 2003, the coin bore the fourth official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by British artist Ian Rank Broadley in 1998, making this coin a representative artifact of her later reign. This portrait was noted for its more realistic and mature depiction of the Queen. In contrast to earlier, more idealized effigies, the obverse of the 2003 Australia 5 cents coin features the facing right effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. Designed by Ian Rank Broadley, FRBS, it's the fourth portrait of the monarch to appear on Australian coinage since the decimal is. This design was introduced in 1999 and remained until 2019. The Rank Broadley portrait is distinguished by its greater realism, portraying the Queen with unmistakable signs of age and maturity, a deliberate departure from previous stylized portraits. Her Majesty is depicted wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a favorite headpiece frequently chosen for her official representations. Around the effigy, the legend reads, Elizabeth to Australia 2003. The lettering is finely infused into the coin's surface, crisply rendered, and positioned along the coin's upper perimeter. The year of issue, 2003, appears at the bottom. The portrait's detailing includes carefully rendered hair strands and facial features, resulting in a dignified and authoritative image that befits the sovereign. The reverse of the 5-cent coin has always featured the same design since 1966, a stylized depiction of the short-beaked Echidna tachyglossus echidna, one of Australia's most iconic native monotremes, egg-laying mammals, designed by artist Stuart Devlin, who served as the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. The design shows the echidna curled in a defensive posture, its head and claws prominently visible amidst a radiating array of sharp spines. This pose highlights the animal's unique anatomical features, its spiny protection, small snout, and powerful foreclaws adapted for digging. The central feature is the numeric denomination 5 prominently positioned beneath the echidna's face, rendered in a bold sans serif font. There is no text apart from the denomination numeral on the reverse, emphasizing the visual simplicity and national symbolism of Australia's native wildlife. The Devlin design remains one of the most beloved and enduring motifs in Australian numismatics, celebrated for both its naturalistic charm and symbolic national identity. Attribute details: Country Australia, denomination 5 cents, year of issue 2003, obverse. Designerian rank, broadlayer verse, designer Stuart Devlin, metal composition 75% copper, 25% nickel, cupronickel, diameter 19.41 m, thickness 1.30 mm, weight 2.83 grams, edge plain, Montreal, Australian mint. Canberra. The mintage figure for the 2003 5-cent coin was approximately 69,856,000 pieces. While not considered a low mintage issue, it is one of the middling production years for this denomination during the early 2000s. The coin was struck by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, which produces the nation's circulating and commemorative coinage. No other variant or mint mark issues are known for this year's 5-cent coin. In terms of collector interest, the 2003 5-cent coin is generally categorized as a common circulating coin. Its availability in high circulated grades makes it easily obtainable for most collections. In uncirculated UNC, and particularly specimen or proof conditions, the coin holds modest appeal, often collected as part of complete year sets or Queen Elizabeth II effigy progression collections. In circulated condition, its value is typically its face value, 5 cents AUD, though pristine uncirculated specimens may command higher premiums, generally ranging between odd $1 to $3 depending on market demand and coin condition. While the 2003 Australia 5-cent coin might not be a standout rarity, it carries with it several layers of cultural, natural, and royal significance. The enduring depiction of the echidna underscores Australia's commitment to showcasing its indigenous wildlife through its national currency. Similarly, the presence of the Ian Rank Broadley effigy connects this coin to the broader narrative of the monarchy's evolving representation in Australian numismatics. From a collector's perspective, coins like the 2003 5 cents offer important continuity in date runs and portrait series collections. Its steady annual production ensures a place within historical records of national coinage output and serves as a snapshot of Australian everyday life in the early 21st century. In summary, the Elizabeth II Australia 5-cent coin from 2003 is a small, yet significant circulating coin that reflects Australia's natural heritage, royal traditions, and decimal coinage history. With its unchanged physical specifications since 1966, iconic echidna, reversed by Stuart Devlin, and mature Queen Elizabeth II, portrait by Ian Rank Broadley, it stands as a testament to the enduring symbolism and practical resilience of Australia's decimal coin series. Though often overlooked in casual handling, for numismatists and historians, even the most modest coins like this one narrate the continuous story of a nation's identity, values, and evolving visual culture through currency. The Elizabeth II Australia 5-cent coin from 2008 is a small but essential part of Australia's decimal coinage legacy. As one of the country's lower denominations, this coin continues a design and tradition that dates back to the historic decimalisation event of the 14th of February, 1966, when Australia officially abandoned its centuries-old pound, shillings, and pence system in favor of the modern decimal system based on dollars and cents. The 5-cent coin, though modest in face value and size, carries historical, cultural, and artistic weight as a symbol of both Australian identity and its enduring constitutional monarchy. The 2008 dated issue represents a piece within a long, uninterrupted series, known for its consistent physical characteristics and unchanged reverse design. making it a staple for decimal coin collectors and those interested in Australian numismatics. 2. Understand the significance of the 2008 5-cent coin. It's important to revisit Australia's monetary evolution. Prior to 1966, Australians used a currency system inherited from British colonial rule, based on pounds, shillings, and pence. As global economic systems modernized, Australia transitioned to decimal currency, a move aimed at simplifying financial transactions and aligning with international trading partners. The 5-cent coin was introduced as a direct successor to the pre-decimal sixpence, retaining the same physical dimensions and weight to ease the public's transition. Since its introduction, the 5-cent coin has become one of Australia's most recognizable coins, featuring distinctive native wildlife imagery and the reigning monarch's effigy. Over the decades, while higher denominations saw design updates and occasional commemorative releases, the 5-cent coin's design remained unchanged. By 2008, Australia's monetary system was stable and familiar. No commemorative 5-cent coins were issued that year. The coin remained a standard circulation issue, produced by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, continuing its long-standing role in Australian commerce. The obverse of the 2008 5-cent coin features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by acclaimed British sculptor Ian Rank Broadley, FRBS. First introduced to Australian coinage in 1999. This portrait was a notable departure from earlier effigies. Rank Broadley's design is renowned for its realism and unflinching depiction of the monarch's mature age, reflecting both dignity and authenticity. That in the portrait, Queen Elizabeth II is depicted facing right, adorned with the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most frequently portrayed royal regalia. The design skillfully captures the intricate detailing of her hair, facial features, and ceremonial tiara, demonstrating Rank Broadley's commitment to a lifelike representation. Encircling the effigy is the legend, Elizabeth to Australia. 2008, the legend is struck in finely incused, uppercase lettering, with the year of issue, 2008, placed below the Queen's profile. This clean and balanced design ensures both regal presence and legibility. The obverse remained consistent across all Australian decimal denominations in 2008, providing aesthetic continuity within the nation's currency system. The reverse of the 2008 5-cent coin preserves the enduring and iconic design by Australian artist Stuart Devlin, who served as goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. Since the coin's initial issue in 1966, the reverse motif has remained unchanged, a rare and notable occurrence in modern numismatics. This celebrated design features a short-beaked echidna, Tachyglossus echidnatus, one of Australia's most distinctive and beloved native mammals. The echidna, one of only 2 egg-laying mammals, monotremes, along with the platypus, is depicted in a curled, defensive posture. Its spiny coat radiates outwards in stylized, almost symmetrical fashion, with its snout and sharp claws clearly visible at the center of the composition. Beneath the echidna's face is the numeric denomination. This is rendered in a bold sans serif typeface, positioned centrally within the lower half of the design. The absence of any accompanying text or additional symbols on the reverse extends the echidna's prominent role as a national wildlife symbol. Attribute details: country Australia, denomination 5 cents, year of issue 2008, obverse. Designery and Rank Broadley reverse. Designer Stuart Devlin. Metal composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel. Cupronickel. Diameter: 19.41 m. Thickness: 1.30 m. Weight: 2.83 grams. Edge plane. Mint, Canberra. The total production for the 2008 5-cent coin reached approximately 73,200,000 pieces. This placed it comfortably within the mid-range for 5-cent coin mintages in the early 21st century, reflecting ongoing demand for law denomination coinage in general circulation. In addition to standard circulation strikes, limited quantities of proof and uncirculated versions were also produced for inclusion in Royal Australian Mint annual coin sets. These premium strikes are distinguished by their superior finish, proof coins displaying mirrored fields and frosted designs, and uncirculated coins featuring enhanced strike, sharpness, and luster. No commemorative or special issues for the 5-cent denomination were produced in 2008. Making this a purely standard issue year for the coin. From a numismatic perspective, the 2008 5-cent coin is classified as a common date. In circulated condition, it retains its face value of 5 cents AUD. However, coins in pristine, uncirculated UNC condition, particularly those preserved straight from mint rolls or annual mint sets, are of interest to collectors seeking to assemble complete date sequences or to acquire high-grade examples of each year. Coins graded MS 65, mint state and above, are especially desirable, valued for their sharp strike, clean surfaces, and original mint luster. While standard uncirculated examples may fetch modest premiums, typically around AUD $1-3, Proof versions from annual collector sets are more valuable, often selling for AUD $8, $15 depending on their preservation and demand. The 2008 5-cents coin stands as a testament to the enduring popularity of native wildlife imagery in Australian currency design. The decision to retain Stuart Devlin's echidna design, unchanged since 1966, reflects a national appreciation for both natural heritage and artistic legacy. Despite occasional debates over the utility of the 5-cents denomination, in an era of declining cash transactions, the coin remains a ubiquitous symbol of Australian commerce and cultural identity. The presence of the Ian rank broadly effigy on the obverse firmly places this coin within a defined era of monarchical representation, marked by a mature and unidealized portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II, who by 2008 had reigned for over 56 years. For numismatists, the continuity of design and stable physical specifications make the 5-cent series an ideal collectible for tracking shifts in mintages, effigy transitions, and minting quality over time. In conclusion, the Elizabeth II, Australia 5-cents coin from 2008 may be a small, unassuming object in daily life, but it carries layers of meaning and historical resonance. Its enduring, Devlin-designed echidna reverse, steadfast cupronickel composition, and familiar rank broadly portrait of the Queen render it a microcosm of Australian currency history, wildlife celebration, and royal representation. Common in circulation, it offers a rewarding subject for collectors and historians alike, not only as a date in a long-running series, but as a reminder of Australia's distinctive blend of tradition, innovation, and identity reflected through its coinage. As with many circulating coins, its humble denomination belies a rich narrative worth preserving for future generations.